power has been out for 72 hours, and now your street is completely empty. That's when you finally hear it, a window breaking 2 houses down. It's not some looter from across town either. It's the neighbor who helped you move your couch last spring. He's carrying a hammer, and he just looked directly at your house. Your son's Little League coach is walking through your backyard with a baseball bat, and you are pretty sure he's not on his way to hit ground balls. Welcome to hour 72 of the Blackout, where your biggest threat isn't the darkness. It's your own neighbors who have spent the last 3 days remembering exactly who has what. Here is what nobody tells you. Most grocery stores keep only 2 days' worth of food in stock, and even less if they get mobbed. During the 1977 New York City blackout, more than 1,600 buildings were looted, and nearly 4,000 people were arrested in just over a day. That wasn't some distant collapse. That was a modern American city with police on the streets, and it fell apart in only 24 hours. So here are the places that turn into death traps after hour 72. Not tomorrow, but today. And if you're inside one when the crowd shows up, you aren't running errands. You're fighting for your life. The first place to avoid is grocery stores. The moment the power goes out, every single store within 50 miles transforms into a gladiator arena. The neighbor who used to trade garden tips with you is now elbowing a teenager in the face just for the last case of bottled water. If you're at the store when the lights go out, you aren't shopping. You are participating in a mass casualty event over a jar of peanut butter. The registers are dead, the card readers are decorative plastic, and the only currency accepted is how fast you can throw a punch.
The second place to avoid is gas stations. You might think you can just top off the tank and head for the hills, but that is a bad move. Gas stations become armed camps within hours, and the guy standing by the pumps with a shotgun isn't the owner. He just got there first. Fuel is leverage. When the power dies, those thousands of gallons underground are locked behind electric pumps that no longer work. No power means no gas. Even if there is fuel, you can't get to it. And if someone figured out how to manually pump it, they definitely are not sharing. Hanging around a gas station just makes you a target because the pumps are either bone dry or being protected by people with more firepower than you. The third place to avoid is FEMA shelters. Your first instinct is to look for that big blue logo because you think a government shelter means safety, a warm bed, or a hot meal. But FEMA shelters are designed for hurricanes and floods, disasters with expiration dates. This isn't that. When the grid goes down, the mission changes from helping people to maintaining order, which is really just government speak for controlling people. You walk in as a citizen looking for help, but if you are a mechanic, a nurse, or an electrician, then congratulations, you just got drafted. You aren't a guest anymore, you are an asset, and assets don't get discharged until someone else decides the emergency is over. Stay independent and stay invisible.
Fourth place to avoid, banks and ATMs. You're staring at a dead ATM screen because you think your savings exist just because you saw a number on a website yesterday. Congratulations, you're officially broke. Turns out digital money is just electricity with good marketing, and no power means no transactions, no withdrawals, and no proof you ever had anything. Your credit card is a useless piece of plastic, and your debit card might as well be a guitar pick. Banks will be ground zero for the first riots. Imagine crowds of people standing outside locked doors, slowly realizing their entire life's work is trapped behind dead computer screens and vault doors nobody can open. Unless you have physical cash or something to barter, there's nothing for you there. So don't stand in line at a place where 100 desperate people just learned their retirement disappeared. Fifth place to avoid, amateur bunkers. You bought a prefab bunker or dug a hole in your backyard and called it a fortress, but you aren't safe. Turns out you breathe a lot, and every breath you take fills that sealed box with carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is heavier than air, which means it pools at floor level like invisible quicksand. Without powered ventilation, you're sitting in a metal box slowly filling with your own exhaust. Most amateur bunkers hit lethal levels within 72 hours. You'll get a headache, you'll feel tired, and you'll lie down for a nap you don't wake up from. You didn't build a fallout shelter. You built yourself an expensive gas chamber. Sixth place to avoid, hospitals and pharmacies. Hospitals are disease incubators where the backup generators are dying faster than the patients. Pharmacies get looted within hours by people looking for anything that might buy them another week. If you show up at a hospital during a blackout, you're not getting help. The doctors are overwhelmed, there's no clean water, and you're surrounded by people who are actually sick. You'll walk in with a cut, and you'll leave with an infection that turns half your leg green. Seventh place to avoid, river valleys and low ground. It looks like a cozy spot, but it's actually a bathtub you're going to drown in. Water flows downhill, and so does cold air. The damp ground is a thermal vampire that sucks heat directly out of your body faster than you can generate it. Even in 3 sleeping bags, you'll just be a well-insulated corpse. And if a dam fails upstream, you won't wake up to the sound of water, you'll just wake up underwater. 8th place to avoid, your own unprepared home. If you're the only house on the block with a humming generator, you've just painted a target on your back. In a blackout, light means resources, and resources means you have something worth taking. Every neighbor sitting in the dark can see your house glowing like a convenience store at 2 a.m. A generator is a dinner bell, and if you can't fortify your home, your house is just a box made of drywall and hope. Being obviously prepared makes you the first house on the scavenging tour.
9th place to avoid, wide open clearings. You want to see what's coming, but visibility works both ways. Clearings are wind tunnels that strip heat off your body, but the real problem is that you're visible from half a mile away. In a collapse, being seen means being a target. Standing in a clearing is like holding up a sign that says, "Supplies here," to a crowd of people who haven't eaten in 4 days. Be a ghost, not a landmark. 10th place to avoid, downtown urban centers. The city is a machine that requires electricity to keep 8 million people from eating each other. When the power stops, the machine breaks violently. Information dies first, water treatment plants go offline, and the air starts to smell like death and rotting food, which, to be fair, is exactly what it is. Cities are traps. Bridges become choke points, and every stairwell and every high-rise is a vertical coffin. You're standing in the middle of 8 million people who are all running out of options at the exact same time. Survival isn't the tactical fantasy you rehearsed. It's boring, uncomfortable, and mostly about avoiding the obvious death traps. The world ended, but you didn't. Congratulations on your situational awareness. Now wake up tomorrow and do it again.